Hello everyone. In this video we will draw the back muscles, which can be divided into 4 layers. I will start with the deepest layer and then draw the more superficial ones. The first layer is made of the epaxial muscles. I will talk about them in more detail later, but for now we can summarize their origins and insertions as follows. The epaxial muscles extend from the processus mastoideus and os occipitale to the 5th sacral vertebra, crista sacralis lateralis and crista iliaca. The second layer has 2 muscles, musculus serratus posterior superior, originating from T2 and 3 vertebrae above it, and inserting into rib 2 and the 3 lower ribs, and musculus serratus posterior inferior, originating from L2 and 3 vertebrae above it, and inserting into rib 12 and the 3 upper ribs. The third layer has 3 muscles. They originate from processus transversus C1 to C4, the processus spinosus C6 to C7, and processus spinosus T1 to T4. They then insert into the scapula at its angulus, margomedialis above and below the spina. The fourth layer has 4 muscles, the latissimus and the 3 parts of the musculus trapezius. The origin of the latissimus starts at the processus spinosus from T7 to S5 and continues along the fascia thoracolumbalis and crista iliaca. On its way to its insertion into crista tuberculi minoris, the latissimus is also attached to rib 12 to 10 and angulus inferior of the scapula. Next we have the trapezius. It originates from processus spinosus C0 to T12. The origins of the rhomboids help to determine the boundaries of the 3 sections of the trapezius. The insertions are the clavicula, acromion scapulae, and the spina scapulae. Now to the simplified version of the individual muscles of the first layer, also called the epaxial muscles or the deep back muscles. They can also be divided into 4 layers. In the deepest layer of the deep back muscles, we have the musculus rectus capitis posterior minor and major, as well as musculus obliquus capitis inferior and superior. This formation here is called the suboccipital triangle. In the deepest layer, there are 3 more muscles. For the sake of overview, I will only draw a small part of these muscles. The musculi interspinalis, musculi intertransversarii, and musculi levatores costarum. The deep layer of the deep back muscles consists of musculi rotatoris, musculi multifidi, which connects to processus spinosus and transversus from C4 to L5, as well as to the os sacrum and spina iliaca posterior superior. And finally, musculi semispinalis, which covers the cranial half of the spine. The intermediate layer of the deep back consists of the erector spinae muscles. The musculi spinalis covers almost the entire spine. The musculi longissimus ranges, to put it simply, from processus mastoideus and processus transversus of C1 to C6 over processus transversus of T1 to T5 to processus spinosus of L1 to S5. The musculi iliocostalis range, to put it simply too, from processus transversus of C4 to C6 via angulus costae 1 to 6 and angulus costae 7 to 12 to crista iliaca and crista sacralis lateralis. In the superficial layer, there is only the musculus splenius. It extends from processus mastoideus, the adjacent os occipitale and processus transversus of C1 to C3, to processus spinosus of C7 to T6. Now a quick summary. The muscle of the back has 4 layers. The deepest layer is made of the epaxial muscles, which extend from the skull over the spine to os sacrum and os coxa. The second deepest layer consists of musculus serratus posterior superior and inferior, whose exact origins and insertions can be derived from the number 2. The third layer consists of 3 muscles, musculus levator scapulae, rhomboideus minor, and rhomboideus major. The fourth layer consists of musculus latissimus and of musculus trapezius. Lastly, a quick summary of the epaxial muscles, which can also be divided into 4 layers. The deepest layer has 2 groups, the suboccipital muscles and the segmental muscles. The latter ranges from C2 to L5. The second layer consists of musculi rotatores, musculi multifidi, and musculi semispinalis, which cover half of the spine. The third layer is called musculus erector spinae and is subdivided into musculi spinalis, ranging from C2 to L2, musculi longissimus, which, to put it simply, ranges from the skull to the 5th sacral vertebra, and musculi iliocostalis. In the last layer, we have the musculus splenius. Alright guys, that's it for the muscles of the back. Thanks for watching and see you next time.